check this out, right? Now, this radioactive vaccine fluid using thermodynamics that they shoot in you will connect to this new 5G phone and the computer towers hardware, where your phone become you, literally. And the vaccine will influence you to do what your phone and computer start recommending by being connected to your brain waves and your moods. So keep that in mind.
Now see this? Now, shout out to my mans. I don't know if y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all don't even know him. I'm not even gonna really, if y'all want to go there and check him out, you can. But most of y'all motherfuckers that's on my channel is not even ready for this cat right here. Because a lot of y'all still stuck in the Matrix, still talking about some Jesus shit. But anyway, for those that's diving deep for real, you know what I mean? And if you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth, then you'll understand the words that's coming from this brother's mouth, because this is definitely like my brother from another mother. But anyway, you hear what he's talking about now. This video right here is a long video. I advise y'all, if you, like I said, if you're trying to dive deep, go ahead and check it out. At least get some of it. But wireless connection between your cell phone and your brain. Now, y'all already know the sweater I got. Now, this video he just dropped. He just dropped this video. The date right here. You know what I mean? So you already know I've been talking about this shit before. I've been already talking about the only difference between me and him is that he has way more subscribers. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all right now. Where's his subscribers at? Yeah. So, you know, he got way more subscribers, you know what I'm saying? But the brother breaks it down. He tells the truth. He even mentioned GangStalking a couple times. He even mentioned it. He never said he's been GangStalked, but he spoke of it. He didn't get into detail. He just mentioned the word of it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, people out there being gang-stalked and government gang-stalked, but he didn't, you know, elab too much on it. But anyway, like I said, how many times, you already know my sweater. You see my sweater that I done showed y'all with the cell phone inside the brain. My other videos. So I've been talking about this shit for a long time. This is what's going on. This is what I realized that, shout out to J Metro too, man. I want to say I appreciate the fact that you gave me that bit defender, you know what I'm saying? Because when I used that, I mean, when I went and downloaded that app and I cleaned out my phone, they did say I had like a virus. It was like really in red, and it was like a virus on my phone. So I cleansed out I used that bit defender to, you know, cleanse out the phone. And ever since then, man, I've been I'm not saying that the electronic harassment completely stopped, but man, it's been a great improvement. So now I realize that it is the cell phone. You see what I'm saying? Cell phone and brain, you know what I mean? So, you know, there's a connection. Because remember, I was trying to tell y'all, I was like, look, I'm asking y'all, I'm like, do y'all get, like frequency taps into the head? You know, and now I realize what it was. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't know if they was pulling up, downloading the EEG. Remember, we was always talking about them pulling up, downloading the EEG. Maybe they wasn't downloading that. Maybe they was downloading my cell phone or some shit. The data to my cell phone or frequency to my cell phone. I don't fucking know. But they was probably downloading something from the cell phone. And every time when they download the cell phone, when it clears, they probably press a button that says connect. And once they connect, they send out a frequency bounce, and that's when the frequency bounce had hit me in the head. So, and it's been going on for years, you know what I mean? And that's what creates the tinnitus and everything in the ears. Today is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Santa Claus Day. You know, but he said, this brother right here says, I mean, yo, I forgot what part. I forgot what part, but you know, you would have to just. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna go back and find some other points where he talked about this, because the whole video, especially in the beginning, you know, he started off very, very slow. I must admit, if you want to go back and watch this for yourself, he started off very slow. He really started getting into the knowledge, like from around this area where my finger is at, right here, with that little around here. That's when he started to pick up and really talk about the title, because from the first half, he was just pretty much all over the place talking about other stuff that really didn't connect with this, because this is the reason why I had to watch the video. I watch all his shit because he talks about astrology and everything. He don't usually be on this topic. That's what will surprise me. He's more so of astrologist. He talks a lot about astrology. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the deep state and stuff like that. He don't usually connect when it comes to this. Because this right here, this is our world, y'all. The TIs know. You should know anyway. This is what we talk about. This is the targeted individuals conversations. You know what I mean? You know, we know about the electronic harassment, the cell phone brain connection, the brain mapping, the synthetic telepathy. We know about that. Most other people consider this shit to be conspiracy theorists. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theory. They don't want to tap into it. So, but I'm gonna show y'all a couple more parts. Let me see what he's talking about right now. Let me press it.
I'm saying, and that's the plan. That's their motherfucking plan. That's the shit. That's the shit that they about to put. That's the shit that they got in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you.
And he's talking about the vaccine.
Don't never hear nothing about no ingredients. And even if they is taking something, they not taking what you think they taking. And let's say they do all agree with it. This is a plan that they all agree with. If they actually taking this shit. But the harmful shit ain't gonna be used on their end. They gonna be using it for all the benefits. They gonna be doing all the hurtful shit as far as people and stay in urban areas or middle class or in the or suburban area, but you're not taking your money and living in their magic square. You're taking your money and only trying to support your family. You're not trying to give back to no Catholic church or some shit like that. Then yeah, they're gonna use this to fuck you up, fuck you over. AKA be somewhere, says a new war, push that button and everybody die based upon this shit that get fumed off in the computer and phone towers, and it start to affect the shit that they shooting in your blood. Know what I'm saying? With this vaccine, y'all gotta be careful. This is some other shit. This is the end of the world. They only want like a small handful of people in the world, and they found the.
And like you hear what he said? He said, y'all gotta be careful. This is some other shit. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we know this. You know what I mean? We know that this is some other shit going on. You know what I mean? This is some shit like right now. We ain't got time talking about no ancient Kemet right now. I mean, that's all good. You know, we want to tap into history and everything. That's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with learning history right now. But right now, we need to be diving deep into the so-called conspiracy theory. Because that's why I say so-called, because that's what they want to call it. But at the end of the day, the so-called conspiracy theory is where it's at. This is some other shit. This is some shit that's going on that they doing that's gonna make you scratch your head and be like, God damn. You know what I mean? Straight up.
The way to take everybody off the fucking world. A real smooth way. We might as well all go volunteer to go to jail and accept motherfucker being on the death penalty and be like, oh nah, we don't want the electric chair, we want the shot. That's basically what this is. Instead of the shot having the strong 100% potency, it's about 2%. It's watered down. It's like the concentrated water, shit like that, or juice we be getting for our kids and shit like that. So we gotta water it down. So yeah, if you drink it while it's thick, you might die or choke yourself that day, but it's watered down. So you drink enough of that throughout the year, you get older, you start to feel your body being weak and shit like that. Yeah, because your parents gave you too much bullshit ass concentrated juice that they was serving us and shit. So it was a slow health problem. You was raised up on it, but it ain't till later. Now you got you got diabetes and shit like that. Once you start to get in your 50s and 60s and shit, then you got to think now you got some dumb indoctrinated ass doctor putting you on some health plan, not reaching the root cause of why you got diabetes.
Right.
AKA the shit that they was fucking feeding us to the urban areas, and our fucking dumb, deaf, blind ass, sheep, drunk ass aunties and grandparents and parents don't know if they coming or going.
Right.
So it ain't their fault, but it's just how they do to people in these areas that they do depopulation control.
Right.
I told you, the job of the fucking president is to downsize. When your fucking job, when the district manager come to the job and see that it's not enough taxes or something like that to support how many people work, then they pass down to the hand-me-down managers to downsize. So when you get on a global scale of a group of people.
Now see, I want to back it up. You know what I mean? So what he was talking about the diabetes and stuff. You know, I lost my pops. I lost my grandpa. I lost uncles, aunts, cancer, diabetes. I'm pretty sure y'all did the same. But backing up to what he was saying, um, the doctor is not going to tell you what's really causing the problem. See, my dad, he died an ignorant man. You see what I'm saying? He was, he didn't educate himself. And that's the reason why he checked out. You see what I'm saying? So, and the beast is preying off that. People don't understand that the beast is going to prey off of your ignorance. They don't give a fuck about you not reading. They don't give a damn about you not learning. They don't give a damn about you not trying to educate yourself. They want you to be in that state of mind. They love you in that state of mind. And that's the reason why you walking around here, I guess, thinking everything's sweet and walking around here, ain't nobody fucking with you. That's the reason why you ain't being GangStalk, because you's a dumbass nigga or a dumbass fucking female. You know what I mean? Because he know that you sleep, so he ain't bothering you. But the moment you wake up and start reading, especially if you dive deep into the so-called conspiracy theory, when you dive deep into that shit, oh, you gonna be GangStalk. They on your ass now, because they don't want you to wake up. You gonna wake up and realize who the enemy is. What's that old saying? Keep your friends close, enemy closer. How the hell can you defeat your enemy if you don't know who he is and how he's playing? And diabetes is one of the oldest tricks in the book of I said one of the oldest. You know what I'm saying? How they study black people's diets. They know that, the pork and all the foods that we was eating growing up, all the fried food and the sugars and the starch, it does something to not just black people but white people too. But you do know that black people, it's the percentage of diabetes is higher when it comes to black people, the black population. And I believe it's type 2. You know what I'm saying? I believe type 2 is more blacks that have type 2 diabetes, and it's all by design. It's a conspiracy to that shit. And that's the reason why when you out here in the hood, in the urban areas, you go to the store and you see the foods that they serve us. The sugars, the starch. Because all that stuff keeps your insulin spiked the fuck up. And if your insulin is spiked up 24/7, what is that going to do to the pancreas? You're overworking the pancreas. You got to understand that your body your body is a machine. Your body is a machine just like a car. In fact, they made a car out of, that. I mean, the people that invented a car, they copied everything. Pretty much mimics us. That we are the true technology. Everything is a duplicate, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at the pancreas is sort of like the alternator in the car. You see what I'm saying? So, if you overworking that pancreas, by eating a bunch of sugars and starch, because you eating a bunch of starchy foods, which breaks down the sugar, and then everything breaks down the sugar. So if you overloading your body with juice and all that high fructose corn syrup, you're going to pay the price of it. And when you talk to the dummies about this shit, they'll tell you that the food don't have nothing to do with it. But that's just mind control. You see what I'm saying? That's just idiocracy. What the hell you mean the food don't have nothing to do with it? You know what I mean? So you gotta, like I said, every now and then, I stop. I might stop and get some fast food and stuff like that. But for the most part, if I'm eating a burger or a chicken sandwich from Wendy's or Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, whatever, I'm just using that. I'm using that food for my own gains, and that's for the gym. That's it. I'm just getting the protein that I need, the calories, what I'm saying, just to get the size that I'm seeking. That's what I eat. I eat for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like the bodybuilders tell you. They say this food is for a purpose. I'm not eating this just for, basically for pleasure. I don't just sit around and eat a bunch of fast food stuff and just sit on my ass and just, no. I go work the fuck out, and then I go ahead and might buy a couple burgers just to get the protein. But other than that, I don't indulge in that bullshit because I know it's poison food. So you got to do this. You got to have this shit got to be done in moderation. You got to be on point about what's going inside your mouth, whether it's liquid or solid food. How much sugar, the sugar intake. all that, the carbs, all this stuff. You got to be paying attention to this shit. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, you're going to become a diabetic, and it's all by design. And once you become a diabetic, you can't blame the beast for it, because the beast put the Wendy's and the candy stores out here, but you made the decision to go there. So yes, the beast did it, the devil did it, but he didn't make you do it. He might have hypnotized you to do it, influenced you, but you still made the choice. But then again, I don't know. With this mind control shit, maybe these motherfuckers don't have no choice. Maybe they just hypnotized just to go there, and they don't even, But see, when you get to that stage, you're just done. It's just, I think that's like a whole nother level. Like once you get to that stage where you don't really have no control no more, they're like 100% controlling you to just, I am getting up, I am going to Wendy's, I must eat fast food. Like when you get to that level, you know what I mean? There's no hope for you. You're gone. They got you. You're in the sunken place. Get out, nigga. Get the fuck out. Like it's a wrap. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. So you don't want to be in the sunken place. And I'm gonna do a breakdown on that movie too, Get Out, because I never did it before, but I always wanted to do it. So stay tuned for that in the near future. You know what I mean? Because he got gang stalked off through that movie. If you've seen the movie before, I'm gonna decode that shit. If y'all didn't see that, if y'all didn't see the gang stalking, then Get Out. You know what I mean? But don't find yourself in no damn sunken place. But let me backtrack, because he said some other things on this joint that I want y'all to hear. I'm gonna see if I can find it though.
Freezer too fast, or put a glass that was in the freezer and run it up under some hot water.
And we got the ads popping off.
That's the shit you should be scared about. Your privacy is being invaded on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation. They got that up right now. They finishing it up right now. Getting to the motherfucking on all this. They gonna power it up when the 18 months is up. But they need everybody to have this vaccine first. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way that this, as a catalyst, is going to work to start to influence the shit that's flowing through you. And that's why we got to get into this, because people don't understand how, and they think it's pseudo. But I'm going to break it down so motherfucking clear so you can understand. And it's some shit that they've been practicing. All they do is add on to the shit that they already been doing and try to make it better. But if it's some shit that's against you, it's some shit to their benefit, but some shit that they can use on you as a sheep and lab rat. Now look, check this out. Now, currently, the intel agencies have been creating new technical hardware for all computers and phone apps, which generates, now this new hardware they've been creating, it generates recommendations for you. For example, based on the things that you Google and search on the internet, like a person might think this is this common and normal. A person might even sit back and be like, yeah, this is convenient. I love spell checking. I love Google automatically taking me to this, that, and third. This is how they rock you to sleep, with convenience. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you use this shit as your bitch against them. The moment we get lost into this shit, that takes us back into the day where y'all forgot about numerology and gematria and forgot how to remember numbers. Now you need a phone or something like that to remember somebody's number, and you gotta title it under their name. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost in the sauce. You know, they almost tried to make y'all forget how to walk with that airwalk shit. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all know that's true. You know, most of y'all, including myself, you don't know nobody's phone number, because everybody's stored in your damn phone under a name. Back in the day, now I know some of y'all young bucks, y'all new to y'all coming to this world today, so this is y'all world. But back in the day, before when I was here, we didn't have cell phones, so you had to memorize people's phone numbers with your brain. But now, they done, we so caught up with the technology now, we lack that muscle now. We don't even use that part of the brain no more to even remember people's numbers. You see what I'm saying? Nobody knows nobody's number. You lose your phone. If you stranded somewhere and you lose your phone, you asked out. You can't do nothing. You can't call nobody. You don't know nobody's number. Everybody's number is in your damn phone. You can be sitting there, say, even if you flag down somebody and got somebody else's phone, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who to call. You can be sitting there looking dumb. You know what I mean? Unless you kept a diary or some shit with somebody. But then, let's say if you ain't got that on your hand. You know what I mean? So we gonna have to take it back, man. You're gonna have to take it back to the phone booth days, man, where you memorize people's numbers and you ran up to a phone booth. But I know some of y'all young bucks, y'all just came into this physical plane. Y'all got that milk on your breath. You know what I mean? I don't want to say Similac because I don't even know that's outdated. They don't even give y'all that. I mean, but whatever engineered milk that they done create in the laboratory, they give it to the babies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the beast does. They're gonna create some GMO engineered shit. You know what I mean? To give to these infant babies to help dumb them down because they know that baby is a fucking superhero. You see what I'm saying? They know that. They know that. So that's why they gotta shoot it up. That's the reason why they gotta shoot the baby up. The moment you come in here, they giving you shots after shots. Go listen to the song Nas, Poison. You know what I mean? He spoke about that in that song. You know what I mean? So, and then at the same time with the milk, and then the food, and then the indoctrination, and then the religion, and then schools, and all that shit. And there you go. Now you got a perfect ass puppet. Now you got gang stalkers out here in the streets. Can I get a fucking hello there? You know what I'm saying? So this is how it's being done. This shit starts from day one. The slavery starts from day one, people. The moment you descend from out the womb. See, even before then. Even at the fetal, the fetus stage. You know what I'm saying? From just eating all the bullshit from your mother. You know what I mean? Whatever your mom eating, you're eating that bullshit. You know what I mean? You don't think that shit has an effect on you? You damn right it does. You see what I'm saying? So, the dumbing down starts in the womb. You know what I mean? So the beast know what he doing. He strategized this matrix very well. You know what I mean? But guess what? The shit never working on the chosen. You know what I mean? The chosen somehow still wake up. You know what I mean? I came in this fucking physical matrix, man. Shout out to my parents. I love my pop's gone. Rest in peace to him. He died in a dumb state of mind. He just going to coronate and come right back. Gotta do it again. You know what I mean? Just like fell in the 6th grade. But what I'm saying is, my parents was not educated. They didn't, education is not mandatory in my household. Ain't nobody studying shit. Don't nobody, they look at me like I'm crazy because I'm reading. You see what I'm saying? So, this is what's going on. I came into this world, right? In this world where, like I said, in my family, they don't embrace education. So I'm looked upon as weird. You see what I'm saying? So, but once upon a time, I was in that state of mind. I was in that deaf, dumb state of mind as well. But I woke up. I broke out of that shit. Why? Because I'm God. That's why. You can't keep God down. God gonna rise. You see what I'm saying? You gonna rose. This is the resurrection. What do you think the resurrection is all about? You must be born again, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? You must be born again. That's the only way you gonna wake up. You got to rise from the dead. Because it's like on some real shit. It's like we all come into this existence. We come into this physical plane on some dead shit. We thinking we alive. You really dead. You know what I mean? So you gotta wake up. So after me coming into this physical plane with deaf, dumb, and blind parents, deaf, dumb, and blind siblings, deaf, dumb, and blind cousins and nieces and uncles and everybody just fucking deaf, dumb, and blind. You know what I mean? I've been fed poison food, eating junk food, got all the shots. Because my parents didn't know no better. You see what I'm saying? So I got all the shots. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the chicken pox, all that, all the government experiments that they done put out, you know what I'm saying? That they done tried to assassinate the Christ. Like in the Bible in Matthews, when they was out there trying to kill, it was King Herod was like kill every baby that's under 2, looking for the Christ. You are that Christ if you listening to me. You are that Christ if you can understand the words that's coming out of my motherfucking mouth. You see what I'm saying? So this is what the beast is doing. After all this is what I've been through, after all this is what you've been through, guess what? You still fucking rose from the grave. Yeah, you got all the shots. Yeah, you was fed the indoctrination. Yeah, you went to those bullshit ass schools. Yeah, you was fed the lies. You was dumbed down, dragged through the mud. You ate all the poison foods, all the sugars, all that shit. Your third eye was closed, sealed shut. But somehow, you still woke the hell up. How the fuck did that happen? How did I go from being deaf, dumb, and blind to a fucking God and knowing who I am today? You see what I'm saying? It was all about what? It was all about me being the chosen. And number 2, it was the curiosity that killed the cat. It was a blessing that I was curious. You see what I'm saying? That was the blessing. Seeking you shall find. Knocking the door shall be open. If you ain't seeking, how the hell you think you're going to find anything? How the hell you think you're going to find anything? If you ain't seeking. You know what I mean? So, this is all just coming up, man. You know what I mean? So,